Hello, my name is Wesley Smith, and my project is titled Expanding Kurzweil 3000 and Access at UTSA. This proposal focuses on increasing access to assistive reading technology for students registered with the UTSA Students Disabilities Services, or SDS. All right, the overview of the project. What I thought about this idea started from a personal experience of being a student with a disability. Firsthand, I had a hard time accessing Kurzweil. The main thing is a text-to-speech tool supporting a UTSA. It's only available at the few adaptive technology labs located in the library, downtown, and main campus. And with remote access, without doing this stuff at home, I struggled to keep up with my readings. I failed 2 tests. I failed behind in class pretty badly. I realized I wasn't the only one in this situation at all. No one is. This project proposes a campus-wide license to let all SDA students use Kurzweil on any device, anywhere, anytime. It is a practical solution that removes barriers for around 1,000 students with disabilities and helps create more inclusive learning environments. All right. For the summary, my goal is to close the gap of technology for students who have the history lacked of support. With a small investment of $25,000, just 0.05 of UTSA's athletic budget, we can assure full-time access to Kurzweil all students that have a disability in SDS. This includes integration with Canvas and a single sign-on tool. Become part of the UTSA learning system rather than a separate, hard-to-reach resource. I came to this idea, experienced the system's weakness myself, and my disability was documented and was outdated. I could not afford a reevaluation to get a test, and after a car accident, I couldn't physically make it to the library or the academic labs. That's personal frustration turned into a motivation to find a better way, not just me, but for everyone else that's dealing with the same way I am. Spices. This project connects me with the service component of the Civic Ethos SPICE framework. It highlights how many SDA students struggle with access and how those struggles often go unseen by the university. Rather than offering individual fixes, this system is a proposal. It builds equality into UTSA learning tools, bring disability accommodations into the mainstream conversation on inclusion. What makes it even more important is that it challenges the way we prioritize funding support. I started asking questions, going through stuff like why athletics department can receive millions while the SDS serves over 10% of the student population of UTSA, works less within $700,000. Herbs. My project also aligns with Herb's hope, equality, resilience, belonging, and self-advocacy. It starts with my own story, but quickly expands into something more. I use data, exploring the budget, comparisons, developing detailed rollout plan with a clear time frame, staffing ideas, and tech integration. One key lesson I learned is that personal struggle can turn into a collective action when we prepared with good planning. If we expand the Herbs element, I might have included more student voices, perhaps even short stories from others who rely on Kurzweil. That's something I'd like to do something differently next time to broaden my impact and strengthen the case. Next is learning outcomes. Through this whole process, I grew a lot, not just academically, but on a personal level. I became more confident speaking about equality and better understood how campus systems work. I learned how to advocate not only for myself, but others with different needs, whether they have ADHD, dyslexia, vision issues, or chronic other conditions. All right, working with departments like SDS in UTS taught me how to build partnership, navigate real-world systems. If I had more time, I would create a mock pilot rollout, collaborating directly with the SDS staff to get their feedback. I might have improved their project's realism and a chance of implementing this plan. Impact. If this plan moves forward, more than 1,000 SA students could benefit from around-the-clock access to Kurzweil at their home. That means better grades, fewer missed deadlines, and lower dropouts from being kicked out of the course of UTSA. It also reduces the pressure on SDS to issue urgent accommodations, which help them support more students effectively. More importantly, it shows that UTSA values fairness, dignity, and equality. Advice I would give to others. My advice is to start with your own story. That's where the strongest project often comes from. Don't wait until things get really hard. Ask for help. Ask questions, and look into other people and their stories. Once I realized how much more was spent on athletics and disability service, I had a fact I needed to build my own case. You never know who will support your idea and how your experience might lead to a real change.